So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch. I basically do trading guides for both Xbox and PlayStation for all budgets, from silver trading to icon trading with shadow trading and special card trading. On top of that, I do investments for Weekend League, Pre-Team of the Week and event investing. And you do have the ability to DM me one-on-one with any individual questions. And you can get all this for £4.99 a month, or free if you have Amazon Prime. Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to a brand new video. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the FUT captains that I think are going to do the best out of packs. So what I'm going to do in today's video is just basically walk you through the players that I think will rise the best out of packs. Now these players might rise from Sunday onwards or Thursday onwards. We see two different sets of trends. The trend is normally they'll rise from Thursday onwards, but well, I can't guarantee that because the trends do, change from from team to team. But what I'm going to be doing is talking about the players that, if they rise from Sunday or if they rise from Thursday, who should rise the most, and I'll explain to you why. Interestingly enough, the first players that we're going to start off with is actually going to be Tyrone Mings and, if I'm not wrong, Liam Cooper. And this is mainly because they're Premier League centre-backs. Now let me go and explain to you guys why I now think that these can do really well, because they're Premier League centre-backs. So the reason that I'd be extremely confident on that the Premier League centre-backs will rise out of packs is because every special Premier League centre-back rises out of packs very, very well. Now what I've done is I've basically gone and loaded up the last 6 Premier League special centre-backs that came out in promos, and we'll show you guys how they do. So go all the way back here to Team Year Nominee, and how did Rudiger go? 540 to 690 in about 1 or 2 weeks out of packs. John Stones, how did he go? 380 to 550k out of packs for a week. Konate, how did he go? So he went out of packs here on the Friday. He went from 270 to 320 out of packs for 1 week. We even come to a recent promo of Davinson Sanchez, who went out of packs 109k out of packs, went all the way up to 200k in about a week. We then get to future stars Tomiyasu, who again started off at 60k and after 1 week 110k. Then go to Soyuncu, there we go, 47k, and he went all the way to about 70k in a week. Again another one, Salisu, 22k, went to 35 in a week. I think we've proven the point, but here's one that I actually find is really, really interesting, and that is Joe Gomez's right back. This shows how desperate people are for Prem centre backs. Joe Gomez is a right back. This card out of packs went from 11k to 16k and even 18k out of packs. No one's using this guy at right back, they're using him at centre back, and even this card has done extremely, extremely well out of packs. Which takes us back to Liam Cooper and Mings, and I don't think these are going to be any exception. The counter to this would be the Laporte we got the other day. People could argue they got the Laporte, but the Laporte isn't out forever, and again, it was about 200k, so I don't think he has been mass completed. So that would be the first investment that I think will do really well out of packs, that is Mr. Liam Cooper and Tyrone Mings. And the second player is going to be Mr. Hugo Lloris. Now the reason Hugo Lloris should do very well out of packs is because just a few people run French centre-backs. And as a result of just a few people running French centre-backs, obviously the goalkeeper links to centre-backs, which as a result makes Lloris quite demanded. If you also go look at other French goalkeepers, bear in mind the amount of centre-backs we're getting every other promo, if not even multiple in a promo, we are getting next to no goalkeepers. I mean, we've had one promo goalkeeper, and that was Mianganong around about Winter Wildcard. And I can actually show you how well that card did out of packs, and it did really, really nicely. Although I picked the wrong card here. There we go. Out of packs, he went out of packs there on Friday, went up there to, I think, 60k in 1 week, and then all it would take is basically 1 or 2 French centre-backs in either promos or SBCs, and the demand for him really does scale up nicely. And we believe this is going to happen with Lloris, and on top of that, Prem centre-backs. This year, EA have released next to no Prem goalkeepers. We have POTM De Gea, and then we've had the Mendy Team Year Nominee and the Mendy signature signings. But apart from that, no Prem goalkeepers. So he arguably fits 2 of the most popular centre-back sets in the game, which is French and Prem. So that's the reason why Lloris should do really well out of packs. Mianganong had a nice rise out of packs. Both the Mendy's, the signature star, but I guess that was used for SVCs. But even the Team Year Nominee one had a nice rise out of packs. And again, all you need is French centre-backs and Prem centre-backs. And there can be a nice increase in demand in the likes of Hugo Lloris. So now I get to the third player that I think will do really well out of packs, and that is Bois. Now the reason Bois will do really well out of packs is, as I brought up a second ago, there's a slight demand for French centre-backs. Now obviously you could use the centre-back or a right-back from the Liga, the centre-back, but on top of that there are loads of really good French Ligue 1 players. We've obviously Kempembe, we've obviously had the Koza in the past, and I'm sure there's been 101 that I'm missing. On top of that, we got loads of French League and centre mids coming out every other promo and every other team of the week at the moment, and that makes a fair bit of demand for obviously a French right back. Well, EA have a knack of actually not releasing French right back in promos and just as SBCs. Obviously got Pavard last week and Klaus about a month ago. Previous to that, the only French right back we had in a promo was Mukalele. On top of that, we did have this third informed Klaus as of recently, which would be the main, I guess, competitor to the likes of Bois. Luckily, he does Bois. He does share the same pace. The thing with this Klaus is this Klaus has a chance of becoming quite expensive and quite rare just due to being used in SBCs, therefore making the Bois look even nicer. On top of that, he's got the Olympic Lyon links. Obviously, that gets nice links to like Paqueta. I think there's a Nuno Mendes. There's, I say, plenty of. He's got the Danea road to the final as well, so he's got plenty of decent links. And on top of that, again, French defenders do very, very well. Again, sadly, we can't really show you anything from this Klaus because it was really just SBC fodder and he rose because of being needed for SBCs. Mukalele did pretty well out of packs, if we can go and show you. And obviously, in terms of League and left back, he's not, League and left backs aren't exactly lacking. There you go. You can see the Bundesliga left back. Right back, sorry, doing really well at the beginning. But yeah, Liga and right backs aren't exactly lacking because again, we get them every other promo. But when it comes to French, as I said, there's plenty of French players out of the Liga, and therefore that is why Bois should do pretty well out of packs. So the next player we get to is going to be Mr. Mark Noble. Now, I'd only actually recommend this guy as a result of some of the SBCs that have been released recently, because we've had Ryan Kent be released recently and Jermaine Defoe. Now, Ryan Kent, obviously playing in the Scottish League, pretty hard to link up. And Jermaine Defoe, arguably even harder to link up, the third tier English football league. So as a result, how do you link him up? Because you're not going via the league, you're going via the nation. And as a result, what's happened recently is a lot of the English Prem centre mids, because people use the 4-5-1 and they section off the striker in the striker position and then use two cams and obviously, link him in via some weak links. What's happened is a lot of the Premier League centre mids, especially some of the lower budgets, have done pretty well as of recently. Start off here with the likes of Phil Foden. Phil Foden here went from 60k up here to 67k, and we've got Defoe released today and he's gone from 57 to 70. So we can see that there's been a nice demand for English midfielders right there with Foden. We then even get to Dele Alli, and we can see Dele Alli had a nice rise here from 28 all the way there to 33, then dropped to 26, and he's already rebounded to 32, once again showing there being demand for English midfielders. And that's it really. I think we've got a record breaker Foden, but I think this guy might start being a little bit too expensive. Yeah, it didn't rise for the initial one, but he has actually risen about 20k for the likes of Defoe. Therefore, we can tell there's decent demand for Defoe, and, as long as there is demand for Defoe at that current time, it might be that actually Noble is going to keep rising from this Sunday through the week, so he may be less so out of packs and maybe rising through the week. And that would probably have me done, just because I don't think the icon or the hero moments, I don't really think they're too demanding. I can see the demand of them dropping off as soon as we start getting some icon packs, because what you got to realise about heroes and icons is they have a crossover utility. So icons obviously used for getting chemistry, getting strong links, and that's the exact same as heroes. So as soon as we start getting loads of icon packs, I can't see these heroes actually holding. It's a little bit like how icons have been as of recently, where they've been dropping and dropping and dropping. So I think the exact same thing could happen with the heroes, especially going into team of the season for the next 2-3 weeks. And a lot of the cheap ones, the sad thing is we haven't really actually seen much of an upgrade in terms of stats since, I'd say, about FUT birthday. So if you look at the likes of Hector, Guntner, Muniain, Koke, a lot of these guys have stats very similar to, I guess, FUT birthday cards, and as a result, I just don't think the demand for them is going to be there. I've more picked the players I have because of the position, the utility, and I guess the lack of players in said position, going for the Premier League centre-backs. Whereas, you look at Muniain and Koke, and there isn't actually too much between those two cards, in terms of someone could very well use either one as a centre-mid, a slightly attacking centre-mid, or just using either one for chemistry. So that is going to wrap it up. The investments, once again, I do recommend is the Prem centre-backs, the Prem goalkeeper, the French League and right-back, and then going for Noble, which again should probably rise through the week rather than out of packs. But thank you very much for watching today's video. Tomorrow's episode, we will probably cover the impact that the Prime Icon Moment pack will have, presuming that it's going to come out today.